So let me show you how to start a garden with no money. So the other day I cooked and I had scallion. So I kept the bottom of the scallion, put them in a cup because, I didn't want to go in the dirt at the moment and be replanting while I'm cooking, because that's cross-contamination. I kept them, put them in a cup. Now, scallions are great to start a garden off with. They're great companion plants. They get along with almost every other plant, your tomatoes, your bell peppers, squash, pineapples, a lot of fruit trees. Scallions are great starter plants. You ain't got no money. You trying to start a garden. You want to do a little better, eat a little better. Boom. Here you go right here. Another thing I know everyone has in their kitchen is an old tomato somewhere tomato dried up. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let's get that in focus. There we go. And so don't throw it away. Well, at least don't throw it in the garbage. What you can do is you can throw it in your pot. Throw it on maybe if you have a little ground outside your house or your apartment, because once it dries up, you know what I'm saying, the seeds that are inside of the tomato can and will sprout. Now, there are two ways of going about this. You can choose to leave the tomato whole and just throw it out there. It may take a little bit more time, but it will sprout. Example, let me show you. So for instance, under my leche tree here, I put a tomato just right there. You can still see the skin. And what happened is it decomposed, broke down and everything, and the seeds that were inside sprouted. So now all I have to do is come over here and thin these out, and each one of these is a tomato plant. Now, what else you can also do is you can take the same tomato, cut it. You can cut it in half. You can cut it into many slices, and you can flip it over and put it in the ground like this, and you can just leave it like that. You could cover it with dirt. There's many ways you could go about this, but one of the simplest, easiest ways is just to flip it over and just put it like that right there, and they will grow. As you can see with the example I showed you under my leche tree, I didn't put any dirt on it. I just placed it down there next to it, and after it finished decomposing, they began to sprout. So those are all tomato trees. Once I separate those little tomatoes, seedlings, those are each tomato trees that tomato plants that I didn't have to pay for. Free. So another thing I know that everybody has in their garden, well, not in their garden, but in their kitchen that they usually cook with, is garlic. Garlic is another great addition to a garden, and it could pretty much be free, because if you use garlic to cook with, all you have to do is save one of the little cloves, and you could choose a smaller clove. As you can see, this is not a huge clove, and I really don't stress myself out with trying to peel the skin off of very little cloves, because sometimes it's just too tedious. So what I'll do is I'll save those itty bitty cloves and use those to sprout garlic plants from. And how you go about doing that is this. You would take all the skin off of this, and what you will be left with is this. And what I also did was bust the tip off, because that is where the sprout is going to sprout from the garlic plant. So with that garlic, let me show you an example of what I am talking about here. Here are a few pieces that I did a few days ago. And you can see that it's already sprouting. I didn't put them down in the dirt or anything like that. And they're already sprouting. So each one of these is a garlic plant. Up and coming. See that? You can already get some dirt and put these in a pot and get them going. So this is what will happen to your garlic when you do that. And you don't have to bury these. They'll start just sprouting on their own. You put them like just on top of the dirt. And I just water my leche tree as normal. So water does kind of hit these a little bit. And that's it. And don't forget, You don't have to throw this in the garbage. You can throw this right underneath your trees, your tomato plant, your pepper bushes. Don't throw this in the garbage. So kind of real quick, we were talking about scallion in the beginning. Here are some other scallion earlier this week. Last week, sorry, when I was cooking. And I cut them and I planted them. I did the same thing I showed you in the beginning. And look, it's almost like an instant garden. Like I said, great companion plant, gets along with basil, and there's a tomato plant right there too. Another thing almost anyone has in their pantry or in their arsenal of food is some type of bean. These are some black-eyed peas that I'm going to use for example. Bought these out of Walmart. You know, simple, easy. I think maybe $1 and some change. An entire big bag of black-eyed peas, which are what? Seeds. Sing it with me now. Seeds. So you know what we're going to do? Instantly start our garden. Put a few seeds out. And we plant in odd numbers. 1s, 3s, and 5s, but we don't really do 1. So it's 3, 5, and 7, and 9. Depending on the type of seed. See, these are kind of little bigger seeds. So 3 to 5 is sufficient. For this size of a seed that I've experienced in my time of planting. So here I go. I have a spot right next to some scallion. I'm going to dig a little hole here. Get that leaf out the way. Dig a little hole. Drop them in there. Boom. 3 to 5 days, maybe even 7 days of germination. We put a little water on it. Easy, simple, free. So again, everyone has some type of bean in their arsenal of food or their food pantry. Here we got pigeon peas. You can get these for like $1 and some change. What is this? 12 ounces. And these are seeds. Of course, we eat them, but they're also seeds. That means you can replant these. And we're going to do, and you can do that. And we're going to do that. And I have done it. So, where my island folk at? Y'all know. Chickpeas, garbanzo beans. You can resprout those. Start your garden today. There's no reason why you shouldn't have something going, period. Scallion, garlic, pigeon peas, beans. I got black beans. Yes, we eat them with rice and beans, but you can also plant them. Seeds. More beans, y'all. Cranberry beans. You know how much seeds cost? And you don't even get this much when you buy seeds. Let me show you. Hold on, let me get my little, you know what I'm saying? Show you how much seeds you getting when you buying seeds. Show you something. See how much seeds you getting? Versus this. So guess what? If you make a mistake, you mess up, you got more to do it again. Let's say you put your beans in the ground, they sprout, but they mess around and die. You messed up. Oh my God, guess what? You can keep trying, and your mistakes don't have to really cost you no big, money out your pocket, no big expenses. You know what I'm saying? All right, now here we go. Red beans, small red beans, kidney beans, pink beans, lima beans, great northern beans, lentils. All of those you can resprout, and you can be eating good for free. And another one, bell peppers. As you can see, this one right here is on its last leg, but I could work with it. You know what I'm saying? However, let's say you didn't want to work with this and you like, this too much. I'm throwing it in the garbage. Don't throw it in the garbage. Throw it in your garden. Or better yet, you can start your garden with this. You would bust it open, get the seeds out. You could let them dry. You can dry them all fancy, or you can dry them the same way I showed you how to dry the tomato seeds. It's not hard. It's like a lazy gardener way. You would bust this open and pretty much just put the seeds somewhere and just let them dry. Set it and forget it. But definitely, you can have bell peppers, scallion, tomatoes, garlic, and beans going in a garden all for free out of things you already have in your kitchen, um, to start a small garden. That can be very productive and can enhance your food and your health for free. So I know almost everyone has an onion in their kitchen, and you can definitely regrow this. What you would do is, when you get ready to cook your meal, when you cut the bottom off here, you would keep the bottom. And you can do it like how you would do an avocado seed. Keep a little water on the bottom, because these are roots right here. And they get a little water and they would resprout from the middle. Unfortunately, I don't have a piece of onion to show you that with, which I love to show examples so you can see. But give it a shot, give it a try, and come back to the video and let me know how it works out for you. But everyone has an onion, and you can keep growing more onions for free if you know how to regrow the onion that you have. I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to show you a few things that I know everyone has in their kitchen that they can start a garden with for free, no money, on a budget. And again, you can, I know everybody has tomatoes, scallion, onion, garlic. We cooking with these things. So you got a garden right there. Boom. Thank you for watching. Peace.